BioWare is screwed right now. Dragon Age Valguard has been out a couple weeks now, and it's not looking good for the game. The highest peak at this time of the recording being 90,000 players. And ooh, that is not good. But may not be the end of BioWare just yet. I know that I've said previous videos that Dragon Age was going to be BioWare's last chance, but at this point, it looks like that may not be the case. But I could be wrong. Mass Effect 5 is their next game, and this is pretty much the last game that will really determine BioWare's fate. I mean, so far, progress of the game isn't looking too bad compared to Dragon Age, which took like 10 years to make. With Mass Effect, at least, it looks like they've had good progress with the game. They're still in pre-production at this time. They're taking their time, and good. That's a good sign at least. And I feel like this game, there is some potential. Like, they hired the chick that did the Guardians of the Galaxy game, which is very underrated in my opinion. They hired some veterans that worked on the previous games, like the guy that did the cinematics for the game. He's coming back. And they also brought some Andromeda people as well, like the guys that did the gameplay for that game. Perfect. The one good thing I can say about Andromeda is that the gameplay is actually really fun. So that's also a good sign. It all looks promising, but at this point, my trust in BioWare, I just don't trust them anymore, because we've had games like Andromeda, Anthem, and then now Valguard. That's like 3 games in a row, and they failed. This game is carrying the weight of the company by its shoulders, and it is a big burden that they have to carry. This game is the last hope for BioWare, because if this fails, it's fucking over completely for BioWare. So how can they fix this? Or better yet, what are they most likely going to do with this game? For starters, for sure, this is going to take place a few years after Mass Effect 3. It's just a guarantee at this point, because Andromeda failed. Nobody liked that game. Okay, maybe not everybody hated it. As a matter of fact, my thoughts on Andromeda, I don't think it's the worst game ever made. In fact, like I said, the gameplay's fine. Some of the characters I like, but that's about it. It's just forgettable. So don't expect it to be a sequel to Andromeda. Instead, you're going to see characters that you know and love, like Garrus, Rex, Liara, which she's already confirmed, and the best girl, Tali. Oh baby. They're all gonna come back. And yes, I do think Shepard might come back in some way, especially the Perfect Destroy ending where Shepard is alive. And I feel like they're going to pull a Revan from Knights of the Old Republic, where Shepard loses his memory. At first, you don't know that he's Shepard until like later on in the game. Something like that, I feel like is going to happen. But that's just a theory. Again. But yeah, going back to basics, it's going back to the Milky Way. Pretty much stuff that people liked about Mass Effect is what they're going to do. It's mainly because they are desperate at this point, because everything that they have done has been a failure. And I feel like hopefully this would be their apology game per se. An apology to how they handled the Mass Effect 3 endings, how they handled Andromeda. I feel like this could be like an epilogue game where everything you wanted from Mass Effect 3's ending, you'll finally get in this game. Like a wedding scene with your romance option, where you can finally have a happy ending for your Shepard. And if they do that, you instantly win the fans over. But that's just me. In my opinion, they should bring back Shepard, just for those reasons. But I know not everyone's going to agree on that, and that's fine. So yeah, Mass Effect 5, it's gonna be interesting how that game turns out. And that's the game that will determine BioWare's fate. And I'll just leave it off there. Like and subscribe. And as always, let's hug it out. Wait, what the fuck? They announced they're moving forward with the Mass Effect TV show at Amazon? Fuck!